So I got this question from one of my viewers. He's saying, I think your name is Jackulback 521. You are saying, how can I invite my girlfriend to Turkey? If you don't mind, I will ask your opinion. I suppose you got same things too. Now, because you haven't clarified where is she coming from, and also I'm assuming that you are maybe a Turkish person or maybe a Turk guy interested into another girl who is actually not of the same country or not of the your nationality. Now I want to assume that maybe she's a Kenyan, because you say that I suppose you got the same things too, referring to the same documents. Now I have to say, first of all, I want to say that Turkey is a beautiful country, and also in terms of actually relationships wise, dating a Turkish person is not something bad. It is a good thing because there are so many things you're gonna learn from them as far as you are maybe your own things are concerned. Now, without wasting time, there are so many visas that you can use in this scenario, but because you haven't clarified, I want to base, or maybe practically just think it is for a short time visit visa, maybe for the first time you are inviting her. And I have to say that if she's a Kenyan, she's gonna be needing some documents, and if she's from western parts, maybe from US, I'm just assuming she might be also needing some documents in terms of visa and all those stuff. And she might not require a visa if she's coming from the western parts, depending on the nationality, because there are some countries from the western part that do not require a visa to enter Turkey. But in overall, or maybe in general, she might have to do an e-visa, which is not mostly eligible for Kenyans if she's a Kenyan. So that way she might be needing to go to the Turkish consulate or maybe Turkish embassy in Nairobi in Kenya to do her visa application for her to be able to enter Turkey, because Kenyans need a visa to enter Turkey as far as I'm concerned in 2024. Now, maybe things might change next year. That's why I'm talking in 2024. Now, I'm going to tell you some of the documents she's going to be presenting for her to actually be able to make her visa. Okay, the very first thing that is very much important is her passport, and it should be valid at least 6 months. Okay, so she must have a Kenyan passport if she's a Kenyan. Depending on her nationality, she needs a passport. Okay, and then she must fill the visa application form, and also on that visa application form she's gonna attach some of her photo in terms of the short passport. She can confirm all these things from the embassy of Turkey, okay, from their website. There she can do a research and also get the right dimension and also the right information. I'm just giving a guideline. Okay, so the passport is a must, and something else, proof of actually being financially stable. She must have a proof to show that she is actually financially stable. She can take care of herself during her visit in Turkey. Okay, and also something else, she must show that she's going back to Kenya. Okay, she's not coming here to work or stuff like that. If she's coming on a touristic or a visit visa, she must show maybe a business stuff, or maybe some sort of proof that she's coming back to Kenya, and she's not coming here illegally or to do illegal work. Okay, to enter Turkey illegally. Okay, so that is something important. She must also prove to have, or maybe she must show a proof of, actually not a proof, but she must have an insurance, health insurance coverage. She must have travel itinerary. She must have bookings in terms of actually flight bookings. She might have to show in terms of actually the accommodation and also the invitation letter from you, and that invitation letter, if you are committed, she's your girlfriend, there's some sort of proof you have to attach in terms of actually clarifying that you are maybe in a serious or maybe committed relationship. And sometimes if you are the one sponsoring her flight and everything, you have to also to prove in terms of actually adding in your bank statements, and also not certifying those documents through a notary in Turkey to show that they are valid documents. Remember, you're going to be doing everything in English. If you can do both in Turkish and in English, just to show them, okay? And maybe you're gonna add maybe your residence, I'm not sure, but those are some of the proof of commitment. And also if you are the one sponsoring her, so that she can get all these documents and attach to her documents to go to the consulate and do the visa processing. Now, a visit visa for Kenyans, normally they might give her a few weeks or a few days depending on her, like on the nationality, like I said. But in most cases, for most countries, it's normally around 90 days, if I'm not sure, depending on the nationality. And yeah, those are the main things that she's gonna be required to actually, if I'm not wrong, she's gonna be required to actually be granted the visa to come to Turkey. Okay, she's gonna apply and then wait for, maybe during that time she's gonna be questions. She's gonna be questioned some questions, interview questions, like when are you going, what is the purpose of going, what is the relationship between you and that guy. She might even present some sort of chart or maybe pictures, I'm not sure, I'm just telling you because these are the things that I did back then. Okay, and the documents must be very genuine. Okay, don't lie, because the first time when I applied for a Turkish visa, tourist visa, it was denied because I was using an agent, and that agent actually told me, or maybe tried to tell me, oh, you can use fake bank statements, and it didn't went well. It was rejected because they had to confirm from the bank, and they actually said that the bank statement were fake. Okay, and I ended up being denied the touristic visa. So make sure that the bank statements are actually genuine and with good money to prove that she can sustain herself here in Turkey. Yeah, those are the things that I wanted to share, but because you have not clarified like the purpose of coming or maybe how long, I'm just assuming she's coming on a touristic visa. If she's coming for work visa, that is a different case, because she need to have an offer letter, stuff like that. You can use that route too, which is good. You find her a job later, or maybe you try to find a job for her, and she can come through a work visa, which is good. It's gonna allow you, it is around 1 year. It can allow you to plan, to know each other, and also to arrange your documents well, because remember, if you are coming for a committed relationship, like in terms of marriage, you're going to be required to have some documents from Kenya, like for instance the certificate of no impediment to marriage, which normally takes around 2 months to come, depending on maybe the situation in Kenya, and other documents from the embassy. Okay, so on a touristic visa or on a visit visa, it is possible to get legally married here in Turkey, but nowadays things have been so much hard for foreigners because Turkish government doesn't want a lot of foreigners. Okay, so she must plan accordingly, and these are just my own thoughts, my own opinions. She must do her actually research by conducting the Kenyan embassy, both Kenyan embassy and Turkish embassy, to just do you do the Kenyan embassy and she do the Turkish embassy, if I'm making sense. And then you get the right information, the right documents, the right amount of the fee in terms of actually the visa payments, and you do the right calculation in terms of actually flight and everything. Yeah, if you have done everything, apply for the visa, then when she gets her visa, pay for her flight and let her come to visit you, see you, enjoy the beautiful nature here in terms of actually sightseeing, visit your parents if you have, like your family wise, and plan ahead, like if you have a relationship. I hope I have answered to your question. If you have more questions, we're gonna discuss later in my next video. Until next time guys, I'll see you. Bye.